Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This time I am reviewing the Marvel Legends Thing from the Fantastic Four wave Super Skrull Build-A-Figure wave in early 2020, and I was lucky to find this in the store at the time, so I picked it up as soon as I saw it. This is an impressive looking action figure and pretty heavy compared to the others. I'm very happy about how heavy it actually is. So here it is, a very nice window box where we can see the action figure itself and the accessories with it. And I really prefer the window boxes. They just look a lot nicer and I feel safer buying it knowing exactly what I'm getting there. So here is the front of the box. Here's the top of the box with the Fantastic Four symbol in spot varnish. And here is the bottom of the box, and one side of the box and the other side with a mirror image of the picture on this side. And here is the back where we can see the action figure, a little biography or information, the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure, the other figures in the wave. I have reviewed these already. I'm reviewing this one now, and this will be the next one. So I will open this up and review the action figure in just a moment. Here is the Thing. There are no particular accessories that come with this action figure. We just get the Thing, but by himself he's very impressive. Let's take a look at how tall he is. Looks like he's just a hair over 7 inches tall, so it's an impressive height. I think the tallest action figure I have reviewed so far. Let's take a closer look at the Thing here. There's a nice grumpy looking face, although I'm sure he's not too happy about being turned into the Thing. So that was one of the problems that he faced. He was just an ugly thing-like thing. But a lot of nice sculpting work done on the face and the head. They just covered him with rocky bits, so a lot of impressive work there. There's a big gap here. Now, perhaps that can't be helped with the particular sculpting of this action figure. If it were any closer, there'd be too much rubbing and that would just chew up the plastic over time. So perhaps the gap is necessary to preserve the condition of the action figure over time. So very rocky everywhere. And then here are his shorts. Looks like it's the colors of their new uniform. So this plastic piece has an interesting shimmery quality to it. It almost seems like some kind of cloth, like some of those ribbons that you see on presents. But I'm not familiar with this particular color scheme for the Fantastic Four. It's a more recent color scheme that they have. Lots more rocky detail on the legs and on the feet. Looks like 4 toes. And on his hands, you have 3 fingers and a thumb. And the bottoms of the feet, we have peg holes, little tiny peg holes here. And they sculpted the bottoms of the feet a little bit here. So, very nice. And a lot more rocky bits back here. So, all in all, just a nice looking action figure. It looks like the Thing from the comic books. Let's take a look at the articulation. So you can look up. Now if we push very hard, we can actually pull the head off. I did that accidentally, but it's only on the ball peg, but it seems to come off pretty easily. So I was a little surprised, but because it's a ball peg, it's pretty easy to put back on. And you can look down a bit and turn side to side, and just a little bit of tilting there. And his arms, we can go out. There is ratcheting in the joints, soft ratcheting, so we can go out that far. No butterfly joints. You can go 360. I don't really like doing that because it's just not natural. There's no bicep swivel. There's a single jointed elbow. Not too bad. Maybe not even 90 degrees there. Now there is a swivel in the elbow. So he does have a little bit more articulation than I thought. And the wrist can turn. And there's a little hinge for his fist on both sides. And then the diaphragm cut. We can't really get any crunching. That's as far forward as you can go. Not back. And he can move, but we can't really get him to stay in any position. So he's kind of stuck this way. There's a waist twist. We want to make sure the belt is below the waist there. And then the hips. Pretty nice for splits. And he can kick forward a little bit. And not back. And then we have double jointed knees. Pretty nice. No boot cut, but the ankles hinge. Very nice. And up a little bit, and we have pivoting. So the articulation, I think, is pretty good considering the size, and all the joints feel pretty good. Although I have just taken this out of the package, so the joints haven't worn out or gotten loose yet. You know, what's interesting is as I take these action figures out of the package, even though they've been in the package for a couple of years, they still have a plastic smell, a new plastic smell. So, looks pretty nice so far. Here is Thing next to Human Torch. Human Torch is a 6-inch action figure, or maybe 6 1/4 inch at the most, or 6 1/8 inches tall. And the Thing action figure is 7 inches, so it's nice to see that it is much bigger. However, in the comic books, the Thing was originally about 6 feet tall, so just as tall as everybody else, just very large and rocky. But nowadays, I think the comic book artists make him bigger than normal human beings, taller, just to portray how strong he's supposed to be. But they look nice together here. Nice to see different sizes and how strong and thick the Thing is. The HammerTron sledgehammer rating. I had to put the Thing on top of the sledgehammer. It's just an awesome action figure. I just like how large this action figure is. And the joints, all the joints work pretty well for me. Well, except for the diaphragm cut, but I wasn't expecting too much. I think they had to have the gap in there to prevent the plastic from rubbing against itself too often while moving the action figure around. So it still looks nice, and it will look nice after a while, even after bending it around. Although the diaphragm joint doesn't move much, I wasn't expecting too much flexibility in that area for this particular action figure. I just like how big and strong the Thing is, so he gets my top rating so far. So this Marvel Legend Thing action figure, I think, is my favorite action figure out of this wave, and it's just a really nice looking action figure. Thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. And I will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.